You got your boy Boss Billa. This is Swagger Dagger TV, brought to you by KBN Records. The other day I did a video concerning Kyrie Irving's allegedly instructing his guests not to bring or invite any black women to his yacht. And like I said, I got a lot of hate from that video. And so people were responding to me, calling me different things, simps, just any name under the sun, anything but God's son. At first it upset me and kind of pissed me off a little bit. But then I started to think, like, what was the dispute about? Well, what was happening was that I was defending black women, and you had some black men mostly saying that black women wasn't this, they weren't that. They called them all type of things: hoes, bitches, sluts, STD written. They used all this terminology to describe black women. And so it hurt me in a deep place because I have two daughters, and I'm thinking, like, it's people being raised in this world that look like me but don't think like me. And it's dangerous for my daughters because their lives will not be valued by men who look like me and who are supposed to uphold them. But this is much deeper than a few guys on the internet calling black women sluts and hoes and bitches. That's only like the surface. I think what's happening is that we as black men, some of us are bitter towards black women. We've been taught to hate ourselves for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. We've been out of slavery less than half the time we were in slavery, and technically we are still in slavery. We went from chains, um, and being in the field to chains and being in the penal system making license plates. It's something like this. You got Jim Crow, slavery, mass incarceration, and the welfare system. And so we as black men, we feel like we should be at the top of the family. And in many instances, that's how families are. The male is the focal point of the family, but we have what we call a matriarch, where the black woman in the household is on top. In most cases, in many cases, because the black man is not there. So the thing is that we become bitter because black women exceed us in college graduates, and they exceed us in the work field. And this is the only race where women are more employed than the men. And we black men have gone through a lot. We've been held back in a very specific, designed way because we are feared. And what people don't know, they fear. And so what's happening is that we see black women succeed. We see them as judges, lawyers, and many of us are not. Some of us are successful, and typically when we get jobs, we get paid more than black women in the same area, in the same field as us, who have the same experience. But it's a lot of animosity between the black man and the black woman. So you have two different groups that exist within black people. You have many different groups, but the two groups I'm talking about primarily is the group of black men who hate black women for being strong black women, and then the black women who some of them may qualify as feminists. I wouldn't call them that, but the black men who hate them call them feminists. But then you have these women within us who don't like black men, who hate us because we aren't around sometimes. Some of us are in the penal system. Some of us don't take care of our kids. But then you have black women who some of us see as sluts. We say that they have all these baby daddies, they have STDs, but it shows on TV that propagandize black women and black men. And those shows are Maury Povich, Jerry Springer, Paternity Court, it's the Steve Wilkos Show. All of these shows have something in common, even though they do the same thing to a certain degree to white people. They don't do it on the same level as they do to black people. See, we cannot, as a minority, always successfully control how we are portrayed or how we are perceived. And so we start to believe and internalize these images that we see on TV. When we see a girl in short shorts on TV waving her head around with long weave and extra long nails, we think that all black women qualifies as that. Or if we see a black man with his pants sagging in jail on TV, then that becomes the popular image of black people in America. And this is not an image that's just here in America. This shows are being syndicated, which means that they are being played in different markets, and it's happening across the world. So a syndicated image of black men in jail and black women as attitude-ish with long weave and plenty of kids and on welfare is constantly being portrayed throughout this world. So deeply, we are people that's been hurt, divided, and conquered. And we don't see it for ourselves. Some of us don't, because a few of us do. You have 85% of people who will believe what 10% say, and only 5% can step back and see the BS for what it is. It's unfortunate, but this all starts in the household. So when we call each other big lips, big nose, blackie, nappy headed, all of these things that symbolize our differences as a people, and we make fun of it, it's self hate. And until we get to a point where we can say, you know what, I support my black woman, I support my black brother, I support my black man. Until we can get to that point, then there'll always be a dissension amongst us that rips us at the seam. You have the successful black people who don't want to look at us if you are poor. Not all of them, but some of them. And then you have the ones who are poor and grew up in urban neighborhoods, and they feel like once you make it, you turn your back and now you qualify as white to them. Or if you use American Standard English, you are talking white or speaking white. It's sad, but the mentality is troubling. And I know that we as a people, black people, are strong. We are resilient. We've gone through so much with so little, but look at the things we have accomplished. By no means are we a perfect people, but nobody on this planet can claim that they come from a group of perfect people. We are family, and we need to see each other as such. The black man and the black woman together get to decide the direction of the black race. And so as long as they can keep us separated by telling us the black women hate black men and that black men hate black women, as long as they could keep us believing that there is no love amongst the black people, then we will always be puppets to America, to capitalism, to materialism. I support all of you. And to everybody who felt some type of way about what I said about Kyrie Irving, or just any type of way about black women in general, bro, I still love y'all. I still love all of the people, all of the haters, because at the end of the day, I understand that it's not necessarily your fault, even though you are grown and you need to take responsibility for your own actions. But we have been taught to be this way. And Malcolm X said it before, and it's something to think about. The chickens coming home to roost. That means that when you set something up to be a certain way, it will turn out that way. And then you cannot be bitter about how that thing turns out. But at the end of the day, like I said, man, I still love all of y'all. My black brothers and my black sisters. And even my white brothers and sisters, brethren, Mexicans. I love everybody. But in particular, black people. Yeah, black lives matter. But do they matter to us? That's the question. Your boy Boss Billa, Swagger Dagger TV, brought to you by KBN Records. One.